What's up, you guys? Hope you guys are doing awesome. So today I wanted to go over two plays we just did that kind of showed the concept of taking advantage of more favorable opportunities and situations where it's harder for you to lose. So let's get into it. But before I do, just know that this is all not financial advice. I'm just a random dude off the internet. I don't know anything, okay? So let's get into it. So integrating the concept of taking advantage of extreme scenarios, such as taking profits when things are more euphoric or abnormally high. Maybe there's like a positive catalyst, like the game's about to launch, or they just recently had a good partnership or something, or buying when things are extremely low, so everyone's flooding, everything just dropped 80, 90, 99%, and then people are panicking, they're saying crypto's a scam. So now in the bull markets, more euphoric videos are more popular. On the bear market, you see everyone fighting. They're the one getting the views and they're making fun of crypto. So stuff like that. Those are times where it's great to buy into fundamentally backed projects. However, putting it into practice can be hard. So I just wanted to show you guys two real life examples that you can do, just so that if something similar happens to you, maybe you can take advantage of that. So let's get into it. The first one is with a 12x play with Shrapnel. So to go into the backstory, they had mints for multiple characters, I believe 5 of them or 6, and then each one was 0.05 ETH mints, and it had a lot of great fundamentals. You can check out my analysis for it in my other video. However, it had a lot of low hype due to the bear markets. So also their mints, you have a 9 out of 10 chance, I believe, for getting common, and 1 out of 10 for a rare. So if you did get a rare, it would have been very lucrative. So what I personally did was that I DCA'd into some ETH at around 1,000, since that was a strong support point, and then I minted publicly, so I wasn't able to get on a whitelist sale. So for a lot of these, if you're able to get on a whitelist sale, you're able to get a huge discount. However, for Shrapnel, they gave them the same price for that whitelist and public. So, but a lot of times these sales sell out during the bull market, or that's why they need those whitelists. But because it was like really hard bear markets, there was still a lot available. So I minted a bunch. Luckily, I got one rare NFT and sold it for 0.4 ETH, so that was an AVAX. However, this is where things get interesting, right? So because we bought it near the bottom-ish, ETH ended up going to 1,500. I think it went to like 1,600. It's around 1,500 now. So that's like a 12x play. Take profit into cash. You flipped, got some more commons, got some more ETH from blue chips like Sol, AVAX, BNB, etc., MATIC. Then holding mostly cash and some more other NFTs and other projects to diversify the risk. So here are some plays. Here are some keys on how to get that 12x for you, right? So take profit at abnormal pumps. So for example, when Bitcoin was like around 24.5k, you followed suit to like 1,500. Then during the mini cycle of the NFT, when after the Shrapnel collection got sold out, a lot of people FOMO'd in, so they wanted to buy it. So I think the floor for rare now, I believe it's around like 0.2 ETH. But after the sale happened, a lot of people want to go in that missed it. I think it went up to like 0.6, 0.7, right? So you could have gotten a 30x, 35x if you're smart with it. But for me, I was low, so I was able to get 12x, but I guess that's pretty decent, right? Then, because it's bullish relative to the macro environment, right now the macro environment is pretty bad. It's very bearish with the recession looming and other bearish factors, right? So the overall macro environment is looking bearish. So if you have an abnormally bullish pump in a bearish environment, that's a great time to take profits to hold into cash. Or if you're really good at shorting and being bearish, that could be it too. However, that's not me. I'm more of a builder. I thrive off buying off of dips and timing them as opposed to trying to short the way down. And right now, a lot of the time to short was when everything was more euphoric. Right now, it's probably a bad time to short unless you're a professional trader, right? Then second T is to also diversify. So if you're bullish on the project, you can buy some more of the other same NFTs, diversify them later. If the project dips, maybe it starts getting less hype, then you buy the dip. and then as it gets more hype, maybe the game launches or other great news happens, then those same NFTs appreciate in value, then you can flip those to get your ROI again and repeat the process. Then also getting a mix of cash so that you can buy into the dip because of the abnormal situation, maybe get to other blue chips, other projects, paying off debt, and etc. And to also to lessen your risk of ruin. So even if you hold some NFTs and they go to like 50,000 or something, and then the team just leaves, or maybe the project gets hacked or something, then you instantly lose all the value. So don't be in that situation. That happened to so many people in the previous bull market. So at least take some profit, at least get your ROI, get it out, and then diversify, then you'll be good. All right, next play, we got Polygon, or referred to as MATIC. So MATIC followed suit with Bitcoin, right? It abnormally dipped to 0.3 when Bitcoin was around like 18, 17K. So then later on, Polygon then announced the Disney partnership in their accelerator program, leading it to pump to almost 1. So for what I did, I bought a small bag of MATIC, which I DC into also ETH, Sol, AVAX, and those other blue chip-ish projects. Then after that, I started slowly taking profits over a week around the Disney accelerator partnership around 0.9. So I wasn't able to time that one. That's selling around like 0.98, 0.97, but I just sold around like 0.9 average price. So most alts pumped around 20 to 30%. However, MATIC just literally, I mean, if you were able to time it right, you could have gotten like a 330%, but I was able to get 250%. So with that, because it abnormally pumped against other dApps and it's abnormally pumped in a bear market condition, that's, yeah, you gotta really take some profits because it's a really abnormal situation, right? So after that, I diversified to mostly cash. Then because of the macro conditions, paying off debt and some ETH too. Then for keys, it's like the Shrapnel one, right? Take profits at abnormal pumps. So the positive catalyst was the Disney partnership, and the overall macro was the bear markets, which is a good sign to take profits for bullish scenarios. Then the second key would be to adjust taking profits. So if it's an extreme pump, continue taking profits more aggressively. It's just like slowly rising price action at previous all-time highs or previous resistance or support points that got flipped to resistance, and then maybe slowly take profits. Then yeah, if it could have gone up higher, maybe it could have gone up to 1.5 to 2, 3, etc. Maybe it keeps going. I don't know. But getting your ROI, having peace of mind, not being emotionally glued to the screen, I believe that's way more worth it than just trying to extract some more profit, right? So I think Bitcoin's around 22K as of now. So maybe in this situation, I was right. I was slightly right, but maybe in other scenarios, it pumps up to 2, 3, 4, the bull market restarts, etc. However, that's just a more unlikely scenario. So it's just about playing with probabilities, right? So that's why we don't go 0 to 100, all in, all out. It's more about scaling in and out. All right, so here are some takeaways. First one, zoom out in the bigger picture for most of your plays, right? So DCA in, that means slowly buy in at major support regions, maybe on previous cycles, all-time highs, like Bitcoin went to 69K, however, its previous all-time high for the cycle in 2018 was around 20K, so that could have been a good one. Then maybe heavily oversold RSI. On the weekly, had like a literally 20 RSI out of 100, so that's really oversold. Then if you see most retail and other some big institutions are out, like 3 Hours Capital, Terra, Luna, etc., that is a great sign that maybe the bottom is in, or maybe it's about to be in. Then you do the opposite for taking profits. So maybe at major resistance regions, so multiples from your buying point, right? So like MATIC at 1, and when you bought in around like 0.3, 0.4, then previous all-time highs that maybe becomes the new resistance points. Maybe you see everyone in the chats being euphoric. Maybe it's heavily overbought for RSI. Maybe it's above like 75, 80 RSI on like the weekly chart or something. Then if you see, here's another chill indicator. If you see people just making a lot of money in crypto, you see all your uncles, your friends and stuff, they're trying to get into crypto, then that's exactly the time you know that it's euphoria, mass euphoria. So probably time to take some profits during that time. Secondly, it's to diversify your risk after taking profits. So if there's extremely euphoric conditions, then or there's like a noticeable downtrend with no clear supports, so there's no sign of recovery yet, then basically do cash. And then if there is a strong support and there's a lot of like people getting wiped out, there's low volume, then mostly blue chips and maybe some discount DGM projects, maybe optimally at or optimally below the mint price, right? So like let me think. Yeah, like Shrapnel when it was around 0.05 ETH, and let me try to remember. Dust Breakers, I remember that was like 0.7, then it became around 0.3 ETH and stuff like that. So third, it's to also check your emotions, right? So oftentimes doing the opposite of what you feel is the right thing to do in trading. When you're feeling euphoric and you don't want to let go of your bags, that is oftentimes to at least take some profits, right? So for example, with Shrapnel, maybe it's at 0.4 ETH, but then if you check the chats, people are gonna be, oh, it's at 0.4 ETH, it's definitely gonna go to 1 ETH, dude. So they're like, oh yeah, just wait until it's 1 ETH, then maybe take some profits, right? So maybe it goes to 1 ETH, you never know. Maybe, actually, it probably will go to 1 ETH or even higher than the bull markets. However, since of the overall market macro conditions, it's overall very bearish, and it's already a 12x, right? Just take that 12x, diversify. If you're still bullish on a project, then buy up some more of the other rarities and then hold some cash so that maybe you can buy in during a future dip or something. So a lot of people were just left holding the bag. They just weren't able to take profits. But if you're able to be disciplined, if you're able to slowly scale in and out, you'll be fine. So yeah, hope you guys found that useful. Let me know what tips you had, what other plays you're watching, and talk to y'all next time.